Please help me welcome Ron.
Fellow Toastmasters, did you notice that? A really firm handshake from Sue. That's what one should always do. David, leadership style. I must say, over the time you've been with us, you seem so much more comfortable than you were in the early days. And I noticed a big improvement in your vocal variety, and just, you're so easy to listen to. I particularly remember some of your speeches being very memorable because you come out and you sort of bare your soul. You've given us some speeches that were really right from your heart, stories in which you've lost people in your life, and they've been some really wonderful speeches. Just want to say to the guest, every speech that we do comes from a manual, and in that manual it gives you a purpose for that speech. So it's to learn a skill set based upon the objectives, and it's up to us as speakers to treat it as a blank canvas. And what are we going to bring to it? How do we paint the picture they want us to paint, but do it in our own style? And tonight, David, the thing that I thought was missing in your presentation was what Bob Dye would say, what's in it for me? Like, why should we as a audience listen to the speech? Like, there was no, I think I would like to have seen it start with, what type of leader are you? You're here to learn leadership and communications. Well, what kind of leader are you? Sort of to get us to say, oh, this is interesting. I got to think about it. What type of leader am I? And I think that what it needed was that hook to get us involved. It sort of came across as if it was a lesson more than a speech. And that's what it reminded me, because at one point I thought, wow, this would be really great with overheads. You know, like there's 7 different types. Maybe we could have like a pie chart and the 7 types of leadership in different colors. So that's what came to mind. The other thing that I think you have to work on is somewhere you've got to get away from the notes. Like, you have to start. And if it's, if it's maybe writing it out and then saying, okay, I'm not going to use notes, start off with just bullet points. Okay, here's the opening, write it out. Here are the 3 points, and here's the conclusion. Memorize the opening, memorize the conclusion, and you should be able to do the middle on your own. And then maybe get away from that and then get to the point where you just got a little cheat sheet, like a little business card with just a couple of points written on it, so you don't lose your place. But I think you have to get to the point of, how do I get away from notes? Because if you're just reading notes, then you're just reading notes and you're not really speaking. What I object to notes is you can't make contact with the audience, and therefore when you're speaking, you should, I was just gonna say, okay, when you're speaking, what you should do is look at the audience. If you don't have your speech memorized, then it allows you to move around if you're thinking, I'm losing them. And maybe you could put in an extra line to hopefully bring them back.